Happy Halloweenus 2021. So it's time to get the festivities started. It is, about 10 minutes to 1 in the afternoon. And of course everybody's saying, alright, so where's the dry ice? Where's the colored water? Where's all the... No, didn't get the dry ice. No. Not saying I won't. Not today, not this year, but not getting it again this year. As far as in the future, I hope to. Just didn't feel like it was the right time. Anyway, we're just going to have a mild Halloweenus. We have to get the candies ready for the Wittens, who might arrive, and get all of the festivities as far as that is concerned started. Ooh, a Halloweenus Uncle Jay. Love that kind. So we got peanut butter flops, Hershey's cookies and cream. Didn't know about that one. Milk blobs, whoopers, Hef, cat kit, and 250 miniatures. Oh, I gotta try one of those. Nice, it overflowed. I haven't had rot gut American candy in so long. Almost a year. Oh, and I realized that I mispronounced that. It's actually Wapners.
What you are witnessing is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in a California municipal court. Both parties have agreed to dismiss their court cases and have their dispute settled here in our forum, the People's Court.
Hello, I'm Doug Llewellyn, and welcome to the People's Court.
I know you've been sworn, sir. I have read your complaint.
What would a good Halloweenus be without drinks? Alexa, turn on the ice machines.
Okay.
Oh, indeed, yes. We're going to have ice and drink-its. I had completely forgotten that last year was a fucking bust. 15. 20... Oh, Alliant. 20... Oh, I guess they're out of order. Alright, let me fix them. There, that's better. 2019. Look at that. 2040, 54. Compared to 15. Whoa. Oh, beg pardon. I was just one, but anyway, we got it. So I got to get my new paper ready. But you can see that in years past, we've had numbers. That was a light year for some reason. It's odd how it can be all over the place. I mean, look, not many. That's getting a little better. A lot. This one got a little watered, but whatever. You get the idea. For declarations, I have these that never made it into Club J. I think both of them were China products, but I'm not exactly sure. Almost certain on that. Oh, a plumpkin! Look at that! Because cotton balls. It's soft, and he sits. So normally, I put the light in the fan, but it so seems that a certain fan twerp has run out of Jergens, and we wouldn't want that to happen. So we're going to forgo that this year, and play with these guys, because they're handy. So let me get a cord and plug them in, and hopefully the Lions won't knock them down. Oh, yeah, I bought this chair. It's just sitting here because I don't need it yet. But it was like on sale for real cheap, so it's just in the way. But it's here. It's out of the way, but it's in the way. And it's a nice lion's perch. I also have this Alien thing over here that is from China. This was the Huttoly floor lamp. And it has that, or you can turn that on and then make that do different stuff like that. So we'll leave it like that. And it makes purdy on the ceiling. and over by the stairs, and yay. But you can't have the alien looking lights at the same time as the flashy lights. China! So by very carefully layering effects, that's what we get. Not bad. It'll look a lot better when it gets darker out, but whatever. And of course, we must not forget the neon sign from Michael Gegzno, now known as Rolling TARDIS. Can I help you? I haven't used the ASUS PC in a long time. And it looks like the CMOS settings are dead if you look around the Lion. That's because the battery in it is dead for that. I know that... Really? That's it? You're just going to sit there? Let me see if I get this booted up. There's just glare, but it's actually booting. Wow. I think I shoehorned Windows 7 on this. In fact, I had a couple of videos on that. Links in the prescription. Does it work anymore? Well, it's still loading. Oh, screen lit. Oh, we got a mouse pointer. Good deal. Maybe it'll work. Oh, it's actually booting up. Look at that. Preparing to configure Windows for what? It hasn't been used in years. Probably since that video. Okay. Many minutes later, we have a desktop. And now I can use the machine.
6 different brands.
And finally, I can watch my videos. Love that kind. So this netbook is actually working pretty good now that everything's booted up and has been updated to whatever things need to be updated on Windows 7, which isn't much, but it just takes hours and hours because it's 1 gig of RAM and Windows 7 and a netbook, and how you doing? But it'll play the videos alright. And just got a China product in. Yes, even on a Sunday. Isn't that what Tim Allen used to say? These are hand warmers. And no, there's actually not going to be a video on them because China didn't need one. They just said, buy it and we'll pay you back. I said, okay. And then you can plug your phone in and make it a battery bank, and that way it won't warm anymore because your phone is more important, and that way your hands can freeze off while you text because you can't use them at the same time anyway, or something. So what happened? You were sitting on your daddy's lap. Sitting on your daddy's lap, and then the ding bell rang, and you ran away. It was terrible. He was winning the Cute Award for the day. I don't know if he wins now with that running away shit. And I moved. I left this one here. I put this one here so now it points at the door. So that way, when it gets darker out, it'll look more awesomer as frig. So that's just doing its thing, and yep, he's doing his thing too. Watering. And here we are, I think about 2.5 hours in, and we have beaten last year by 5 already. So the Wittens are out in full force this year. Plenty of ice in Ice Central. Just filled up and tripped the sensor, so I just moved the ice and it's making more. I think it's just a tickle early to be getting into the drinks kind. So I might wait on that. I get kind of hungry though, but kind of hard to eat, and then the ding bell rings and we got a problem kind. Oh! Italiano.
I am the masked Italian. I'm here for your trick or rigatoni. Mom? Dad?
It's also a CD player.
Watch this thing, ready? Watch. It's alright. The full bangy. Che pedo che tento, pedo. Ma? Dad? It's a CD player. Che passa? Mira che quiero meterlo con el Colgate. Chica, meterlo che pasa por el Home Depot.
American Home Improvement Warehouse.
Hi! I gotta pee when I do that. I don't like this hat. It makes me pee. Yeah,
Oh,
so,
man.
The whiff and the daughter went around the block, so that's irrelevant. I came to steal Jay's candy. I got more than the average child. I brought my security shirt.
You were the first one who didn't have autism.
Right, autistic bastards. I brought my Halloween shirt.
That's actually a good shirt to wear for Halloween.
You know?
It is.
Someone pulled it out. Someone came up before and was like, "Oh, security's here." Have the little ones sleeping.
There's your Wittens.
They're pumpkin. Oh, it's a skeleton shirt.
It's your Wittens.
Yep. Can't take them out, otherwise the whole world wakes up. So yeah, we're here, Halloween 2021, 1 year after COVID, and there's droves, right? Droves.
Oh yeah.
You get your single person who's just like a washing machine. And then you get the 4 or 6 who are like, thank you, oh my God, thank you.
I'm surprised I didn't get anybody saying, "Are you handing out ceiling fans?"
The ceiling fans? Oh, yeah. Empty
Always got to
boxes
throw
of
those
ceiling
in.
fans.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, filled with candy. I don't want candy, I want the fan.
Right, I want a fan. Oh, too bad it's Sunday. Tomorrow's work. It's a nice day.
Yeah, tomorrow's work, I know.
Yeah, Jay's work is editing this video.
Yeah. Actually, I plan to blow out the sprinklers tomorrow.
Oh, I've done that. And
Yes.
Tuesday, which you already should have watched.
Well, I think this video is going up Tuesday, so it's the
when
same
you're done
day.
watching this, go over to mine and you can see my parents' Vibe Zone. What a shameless Halloween plug. Go see how I blow out my blowout system. Blowout. And then next Tuesday, you can see the other zones that I like to blow out.
Right.
Right.
Doesn't look that bad in real life. It's 5:41. Maybe you can tell. And it is finally time that I can go and get my drink on. Between the Italians showing up and the Wittens, and then I had to eat. I finally just ate dinner. Now I can finally have a drink. Let's go have a drink. Still up there? I see. So now that it's getting dark, you can see what that does. And you can see what that stupid thing does. And as far as this goes, well, that's producing some nice stuff around the door. Let us go outside because I have to show you. I have my Plumpkins, as usual. I used to have a whole bunch of other lights and stuff like that. I can't be bothered anymore. I beg my pardon. I beg my pardon. That is indeed pretty cool to see. And it's still light out, so it's not even showing as nice as it otherwise would. But while I could sit out here and have my drink, because it's not that cold yet, I can tell you the story of when I was a kid and I used to trick or treat like I've told you every year before. Long and short of the story was, or is, kids today have absolutely no patience whatsoever. I was in the middle of dinner and I was all set. I had my dinner there, I'm eating, I had napkins at the ready because I knew at any moment the doorbell was going to ring. And it did. I immediately put down my fork and grabbed a napkin, did as quick as a cleanup as I possibly could, while simultaneously getting up and running for the front door. By the time I got to the front door, they were going off the porch, and that's when I opened the door. When I was a kid, we would go and ring the doorbell, and then you'd wait, and you'd wait, and you'd wait, and you'd wait. And then a light would go on. You could see through the window in the door, or sometimes they had these little windows on the side. And they'd come to the door, they'd look out the window, see trick-or-treaters, look through the window at us and go. Then they'd have to go back and get their key because they don't have one of them knobby things that you just turn on the door. No, they had to go find their key, get that, then get the candy. And what did you get? Leftover coffee table candy or pennies. Or boxes of raisins. I got a huge bowl of fucking premium rot gut American candy. And I say, take as much as you like. Ooh, I had a few who actually said, well, how many can I take? I don't know, 4, 5, whatever you want, it's fine. I didn't have any yet who had on a dark costume that would just go in the candy bowl and just grab an entire handful or two of candy and throw it in their bag. I'm being nice, but it's not a fucking free-for-all. I'm doing this because when I was a kid, it was like the old Bill Cosby sketch. Going to school in the snow, uphill, both ways.
My father walked to school 4 o'clock every morning with no shoes on, uphill, both ways, in 5 feet of snow, and he was thankful.
Yeah, that's what it was. Well, it looks like I got a lot of editing I got to get started on. Can't get too knackered off the drink because, as I had mentioned before, I want to blow the sprinklers out tomorrow. So I already feel like shit doing that, so it's not going to be any better with a hangover. So we'll see how this goes. So it's 10 minutes to 6 now, and we've gotten 26, which absolutely blew away last year. 28, I meant. We had 26, and then there were 2 more, right. 28, which blew away last year, almost doubled it at this point. Last year was only 15. So, we'll have to see. I think it is winding down a bit because it's starting to get darker out. And all the mothers are going to start pulling, it's a school night! Oh, I fucking hated that line with a passion. Anyway, we'll see what else the night will bring. Well, I just got through most of the editing. It's now just after 7. And I'm just running off a test here to see if anything is going to get flagged by the copyright police. But it is definitely time for another drink. Okay, that should do. No, I don't hear any siren. What are you talking about? Oh, I beg my pardon. I beg my pardon. Yes. Oh, yes. You can definitely see that. Nice. I like this. And it's a shame because it needs to go down to like Club J or something someday. Don't get old, kids. Oh, look! A pickle! There's a pickle! Somebody left a pickle on my stoop. That's what the Whiff and I call them. Jesus, Katniss. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Come on. Come on! What are you looking at me for? You know I'm going to sit down and watch videos now, right? Aha. Yeah, I think the night is pretty much over, but I'm going to give it till a good, I don't know, 8:30, 8:45, 9. By then I think it's pretty well over. Well, this piece of junk actually did quite well. And the battery takes a charge and lasts for well over an hour and a half, which, based on the age of this thing, is actually quite good. So yeah, still a viable option if you don't mind the tiny, tiny screen, which is actually bigger than my original netbook, and the tinny speakers that don't go anywhere near loud enough. I think 10, 15 years ago, whenever this was, I guess more like 10 years ago, when this was like new and the in thing, it was acceptable, and my hearing then was probably 10 years better. So that's all I could tell you. But it certainly did fine. Definitely did the trick, and I still use netbooks every once in a while because you just can't beat the size. And it being a real computer rather than a fucking mobile device. But anyway, we're on our last beer of the night, and everything's all good. It is, what do we have there? About 9:13 p.m. So I think we're going to pretty much pack it up. What? What do you see? Lasers. Laser beams? What about laser beams? What is a lion to do? You're my little boy, you know that? That's right. You want to say hi to YouTube? Nope, busy watching the... Yeah, there it is. Some love from the lion. Anywho, same 28. That was it. I think a moth just flew in. Oh, it's even cooler with the door open. Whatever. Yeah, not too bad. Couple doors down, they're having a Halloweenus party. That's nice. But not a damn other thing is going on. So I think that is going to pretty much wrap it up. So, a sort of uneventful, eventful Halloweenus 2021. Hopefully next year I'll get my dry ice and do the whole thing again. There was actually some people that came by with their Wittens and that, and they said, "Oh man, you're the guy with the smoke, from the drink and that. The smoke from the drink." I said, "Yeah, I'll do it again, so people remembered. That's good. Anyway, that'll do it. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Perched again. So tired. Alexa, turn off the ice machines.
Okay.